Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm jumping into this real quick. So there was my little to-do list of things that I'm gonna put in this journal, and then here I'm just watching out what my black wash would look like on the moisture paper because I've never tried it on moisture paper before. So now we're gonna move on to my cover page. It's a really simple box. It just says 2020, and I've got some floral doodles coming out of it. And I'm using the Micron plastic nib pen for the doodles, and I believe I used the Pentel FudeTouch pen for the 2020. And here I have my little grid cheat sheet. I started doing this after I saw AmandaRachLee do it, and it's essentially just numbering out my boxes and then figuring out what my grid spacing would be for, say, a half, or having a specification of 3s or 4s. And you can always watch her video on it. She does a much better job of explaining this than I do. Here is my 2020 at a glance, and no one wants to watch this, so I'm gonna try to speed these. And then here in a second, after I do these first couple ones, I'm gonna switch over because my gouache is dry, and I'm going to thicken up the gouache real quick just to see how different amount of layers, I guess, feels. So the first one only had 1 layer, the second one has 2, and then the third one at the bottom, I'm gonna put 3 coats on that. We'll see how that dries. And then towards the end of this little clip, you'll see me make a giant oopsies with December and January's numbering. I don't know how I got off, but I did. And so you'll see how I fixed that. And I was very frustrated with myself, so. Yeah, you don't see I messed up August too. So yeah, not at all. No worries. So to fix this, I really just cut a little square of paper at the bottom. You can't see it. I cut a little square of white paper from one of my spare Winsor sheets from an older journal, and then number it in. And then I messed up, so I started over. And this is I believe this is called the Alistair method of planning, and I realized you don't number these, so I just put a strip of washi tape down it. But you put whatever you want off to the right hand side of that line, and then to the left you put the number underneath its corresponding month. And then this I didn't really steal it. I took this idea from my passion planner and basically did a wish list roadmap for the rest of my life, essentially, kind of. And I'll just carry it over from journal to journal. So on this page I am doing essentially I'm going to draw in what my themes were for the year, because I saw AmandaRachLee do this and I absolutely loved it, so I'm going to piggyback off of her on this one. And I'm just going to draw in like essentially what it is. Like for January, I'm going to put a video up. I'm doing Gatsby, and in that top left hand corner I will draw in a Gatsby-esque theme. Oh my goodness. And then my quotes for this year are expect nothing but appreciate everything. And then so this one's a little tricky. So I'm doing my Polaroid. Oh, that's what it's called. My year in Polaroid. And I'm essentially just going to tape these in and use my gouache to cover them up. This tape was not the best. It did rip up some of my pages. Not rip them up, but peel off the layer of coating on my Leuchtturm, so that wasn't very fun. And obviously I went back in later tonight to fix it. So if you want, you can just use your Tombow or plain watercolor. I thought the gouache would be better because it's more opaque, and it did work very well. It's just this tape was awful. And then to get the measurements, I just took a Polaroid that I already had and just outlined it. And then with the gouache, it can go on very thick. I just wanted to start out thin just to see what happened and then build it up. So I will let you guys watch this little clip of me painting away with my gouache. So as you can see, I did not have the best time ripping up that tape. And then my quote for that page would be, live life, take pictures, relive memories, and repeat. And then here I'm taking WellElla's bullet journal habit tracker idea, and I will leave the link and her video for this down below because she does a much better video than I do explaining this, as I don't know why my tape just wasn't working with me. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days for my January setup. Bye!